Stop recording.
Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well on this Tuesday evening. Thomas and Nikki here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening on this Tuesday evening. All right. So, do you want to tell us how your
to show or hide call controls.
day was, or
Sure.
okay?
Well, I had my staff this morning, and then I went to the food shelf.
What's the food? What is the food shelf? What is that?
It's where they give you food for free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. And what else? Anything else happened today?
And then, my mom and John and Mike and I went to Rounders for 55-cent wings.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
How was the dance club? Drummers dance club.
Great.
Nice. That's good. Very awesome. Okay, what'd you have for dinner?
The wings.
Oh, okay. Any fun plans for tomorrow?
Nope.
No, huh? All right. Cool. All right. Well, sounds like you had a pretty fun day.
Yeah.
Cool. Was Mike there or no?
At different drummers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. How did you did you enjoy the voice memo that I sent you this morning of him and I?
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about two things tonight, and we won't do it too long because I know we have to get to your video, but the first topic I've never talked about. The second topic I have talked about in a little bit in other videos. The first topic we're going to talk about tonight is getting attached to your significant other and why this can be a bad thing. Well, when you get attached, if you're not together in person and you get attached, like let's just say if you're talking on the phone or whatever, FaceTime or whatever the heck, and you get attached, this can happen. You can get attached to them, and it's not a good thing, because I'm trying to think of a good example. Let's say if they need to go away. Let's say if they need to go away for something, like, I don't know, let's just say if it's the summer and they're going to work at a camp or something. That's the best example I could come up with. Well, if you're so attached to them, you're not going to want to let them go. And what I don't mean break up. I mean, you're not going to want to get off the phone with them, and this type of thing can happen when you guys are like on the phone all the time, like every day, every night. You can get attached, and it's not a good thing, especially when you break. It really will hurt if he or she breaks up with you, because what happens is you're so attached that eventually you might not want to, and this does happen. You get so attached And we're just talking about long distance relationships right now. So we're just talking about, if you guys are on the phone all the time. I'm just using this as an example.
Right.
So let's just say if you were in Megan and I's situation, where let's just use this example for shits and giggles. So Megan and I were, as many of you know, Megan and I were on FaceTime 24/7, right? Well, if you're like that, let's just say if this is a long distance relationship and your significant other and you are FaceTiming 24/7, and let's just say if your significant other suggests that, well, maybe they don't want to FaceTime anymore 24/7, maybe it's getting too much for them like it was getting too much for me, right? Well, you might be so attached, like let's just say if you guys have been, dating for a few months already, and what happens is you might get so attached to them because you're with them all the time that you might not want to give them space because you're so attached to them. And really, this is not healthy. That's not a healthy relationship. And, I wanted to talk about this because it's an important topic and we've never talked about it before, being attached to your significant other. And this is a good topic. So this cannot be this is definitely not a good thing. You don't want to, of course, you want to love your significant other, but remember, like I've said, and like Nikki and I've said in other videos, space is important.
Right.
And, if you're attached, you might not want to, like I said, you might not want to give your significant other space. Maybe it's where, she or he is to the point where maybe, talking on the phone FaceTiming 24/7, maybe that's getting too much for them. Well, what you should think about doing is compromising, right? Let's just say if he or she says, listen, this is not working out anymore. We tried it for a while and this is just not working being on the phone all the time. FaceTime. I'm just using FaceTime as an example, or Skype, or whatever. All the 24/7. It doesn't just have to be FaceTime. But I'm just using that as an example. Well, you might not respect, or what's the word? You might not want to change anything. You might say, "Well, no, this is working." Well, if it's not working for the other person, but you're attached.
It's not working.
If you're attached, you're going to do what you want to do. And this is unfortunately sometimes what happens. You're going to do what you want to do instead of listening to what your significant other wants. Now, remember, a relationship is both ways, or it goes both ways. It cannot be one-sided.
Right.
Having time, having time away from each other is important. And I don't mean, for days or weeks, maybe, at least just, a few hours,
Right.
a few, having time with each other is healthy, of course. But also having time away from each other, even if it's just for a few hours or whatever, that's perfectly healthy, and, but when you get attached, you might not want to do that. And that's where relationships can get jeopardized, because if you're not listening to your significant other's wants or needs, then it won't work. So remember, if your significant other, needs her privacy or needs his privacy, give them that. And also, which I know some people might think, well, how are you going to give your significant other privacy if you guys are on the phone 24/7? Well, there are ways, which I have explained in other videos.
Right.
So, anyways, but yeah, this is just not, it's just be careful. You don't want to get attached to your significant other. That's definitely not what you want.
A second. I have something to say here.
Go ahead.
There's a healthy attachment, and then there's an unhealthy attachment. It's okay to get healthily attached,
Right.
but not unhealthily attached.
Right. And I'm talking about the unhealthily attached. Yep. Take your significant other's suggestions to heart. Don't immediately say no. I don't want to do that. This is what's working for me. Don't say that. If
No.
if they say, hey, why don't we trying to think. I don't want to FaceTime 24/7 anymore. It's getting to be too much for me. Instead of not listening and saying, well, this is working for me. Don't say that. Say compromise. Remember, relationships are about compromising. Say, well, I understand that. Okay, we won't do that anymore. Why don't we FaceTime? Why don't we do this? Why don't we, we'll FaceTime every day, but how about we do this? How about, we'll just keep it to night calls. We'll when we wake up in the morning, we can still sleep on FaceTime together and all that crap. And let's just FaceTime every day, but let's just keep it to night calls, and pick out a time when you guys are going to hang up in the morning when you wake up, and pick a time when you guys are going to reconnect at night. This way, during the day, you guys have your space, and she can do what she wants to do, and you can do what you want to do during the day. But then the night will just be for you guys. That would be your time. And that's what I wanted to do with Megan, but she didn't want to do that. Right? She didn't compromise. What happened. She didn't want to compromise. I suggested that to her. Remember, I don't know if you remember, but I suggested that to her. I said on the
Or even if they don't want to sleep on Skype, maybe suggest just Skyping like an hour in the morning and an hour at night.
Right. Good point. But if they do still want to continue to do that, to sleep with you on Skype or FaceTime or whatever, then, like I said, remember, I don't know if you remember on the chat when room 1 doesn't exist anymore apparently, but when it did, I said to her, and this was before she broke up with me. This was when she started talking to me again after the 4 weeks. You might remember me telling you that on the chat. I said, listen, why don't we, FaceTime every day, but we'll just keep it to night calls, and when we wake up in the morning, we can hang up and we can both do what we want to do during the day, and then that night we can reconnect. She didn't want to do that. But if your significant other does agree to, or if you agree to, if you guys both agree on that, that's good, because then like I said, you can do what you want to do during the day, and so can she. But like Nikki said, there are healthy attachments, and there's the unhealthy attachments. So you don't want to get unhealthily attached to your significant other. Now, I want to talk about one more thing. Controlling. You never want to be in a relationship with somebody who is, controlling. And some of the signs are, if you've never been in a relationship, well, they might not let you do what you want to do. They might want to be with you all the time, whether it's, in person or on the phone. They might not want you to hang out with your friends. They may go as far as to say not even to contact your family. It's bad. If you're in a relationship and your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife is controlling, get out of it, because it can really end badly for you. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I've heard so many, so many of my friends have said, well, I want to, because my friends have been, unfortunately, in controlling relationships. They have said to me, oh, I love him or I love her. I want, okay, well, if you're being controlled, that's not love. So I would suggest that you get out of the relationship. You don't want to be with a controlling girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife.
Right.
Anyways, do you want to say anything about this?
You pretty much said what I was gonna say, so.
Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, never, you know, don't,
If you're in a relationship, don't control the other person.
absolutely not. Don't tell them what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Everybody should
Where to do it.
where to do it. Everybody should live their own lives how they want to live their lives. Don't
Exactly.
being controlling is not the way to be.
No.
I would suggest if you're in a controlling relationship right now, get out of it.
Exactly.
Controlling relationships are definitely not healthy, and if you're in one, I would suggest to get out of it. And don't get me wrong. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm just suggesting get out of it. Get out of it. That's what I'm suggesting. Get out of it. Anyways,
We're suggesting.
right. We're suggesting that you get out of the relationship. I know you might love the person, but it might be in your best interest to just leave. And you might, and I understand if you might be scared to leave. I understand. Maybe you're scared to leave, but you know what? Just do it because it might yeah, just do it because it might be in your best interest.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we've covered all bases. So just remember all these things that we talked about in this video. It's very important stuff. Anyway, do you want to recommend some channels or?
Sure.
Alrighty.
Please like and subscribe to Thomas's channel. Please hit that notification bell so you get updates on when he uploads videos. Please check out my
9:56 p.m.
channel. Please
Tuesday.
like and
Skype,
subscribe
YouTube.
to it.
1.
And hit the
App
notification
switcher.
bell. So
FaceTime
you get
video call with Nick.
updates
FaceTime.
on when I
Nikki's video.
upload videos.
Take your video. Take
My
Nikki's
channel
video.
is
Take your card camera. Mute. Mute. Button.
WUNDERLICH. Please check out Molly Burke. She's a blind YouTuber. She has a guide dog named Gallup, and she's a motivational speaker. Please check out Fury of a Blind Man. Shout out to you.
Yep.
And
You're awesome.
please check out Live Accessible.
Okay.
And that's all of our blind and visually impaired YouTubers.
Please
Camera
check
chooser.
out,
Tab C.
please
Stop
check out
recording.
Patty
Button.
Mayo's channel. Please check out Ken and Mommy's channel. Please check out LawnBoy8461's channel. Please check out Depression to Expression. Depression to Expression is an awesome channel for people who have depression or anxiety or a mental illness. Please check out Yellow Brick Cinema. Yellow Brick Cinema is an awesome channel. You can listen to different music, like music for deep sleep, music for meditating and studying. And I think we covered them all, right?
Yes.
All right. So y'all take care and have a blessed evening. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night at 9 my time, 8 Nikki's time. And y'all take care.